So I've been talking a lot about matter and the change of matter and energy and universe and stuff like that in the last two videos, but I wanted to talk about time a little bit. So time is the rate in which the perceiver is observing matter change, or the rate matter is changing compared to a constant perspective, like the clock. Or, seconds, minutes, hours, all that stuff that we set in place in order to actually base the rate of changing matter in comparison to this change in matter, which is just using computers to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Yeah, and time seems faster or slower compared to the constant speed of time that has been experienced. Like, so the amount of matter that seems to be changing, or the amount of significant matter that seems to be changing, in comparison, if the amount of significant matter that is changing seems to be changing faster than what it regularly does, then time will seem to go faster. And then if it's slow, then the same thing for slower, or the opposite for slower, because the interval time between one change and the other, one significant change and the other, is longer, which is basically time from the perspective, of the person. Yeah, and the rate depends on the perspective of the amount of change compared to the regular amount of change, like clocks, calendars, and stuff like that. They offer a very constant thing to compare the rate of change to. It seems, as the universe, we are attempting to increase the rate of time, increase the intervals between changes in matter. A lot to do with what I was talking about earlier with the change of the universe, and the dispersion of energy, and how energy wants to go from one place to the other, but the only way it can go to that other place is if the place is able to be changed by the energy. And it seems like those places want to be changed as quickly as possible, which would make time speed up. Yeah, and then also, here's a little bit of some evidence for this, is that seconds today are so much more necessary than they were 100 years ago. There's so many, now we have smartphones and stuff like that, but which make seconds more necessary, and that's just an example of how time is truly speeding up for us, or at least our perception of it, in comparison to, other types of change, other speeds of change. Thanks.